The idea of giants roaming the earth has fascinated people for centuries. It's a common theme in folklore and mythology. The giant from Gath Philistia who was slain by the young shepherd David. But Goliath wasn't the only giant that the Israelites encountered during their time in the wilderness. In fact, the Bible mentions several different groups of giants, which are often categorized into two groups: the Anakim and the Rephaim. They are mentioned in 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 5. The first is to take them literally and believe that giants did in fact exist during the time of the Old Testament. However, if we approach these stories with an open mind, we may learn some valuable lessons about faith, courage, and trusting in God. These stories teach us not to be afraid to face our enemies, no matter how intimidating they may seem. With God on our side, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve victory. There are many who believe this, pointing to various archaeological finds as evidence. However, mainstream scholars generally reject this view. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button to show your support. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, arguing that the accounts of giants are simply a literary device used to emphasize the power of the God of Israel, where Jehoshaphat is preparing for battle against the Ammonite, Moabite, and Edomite armies. The Bible tells us that the enemy was led by 3 kings, the largest of whom was named Lot, whom the Lord slew along with his sons and all of his army. But it also found its way into religious texts, most notably the Bible, where we read about the sons of the gods and the daughters of men. Now, there is much debate over who exactly the sons of God were. Some believe that they were angels who fell from heaven and mated with human women, while others believe that they were simply the godly descendants of Seth, the son of Adam and Eve. It seems more likely that both interpretations are correct, as the Bible does speak of fallen angels on other occasions. If this is true, then the Nephilim would be the offspring of these unions, and they would have been born with incredible strength and knowledge. The Bible tells us that the Nephilim were on the earth during the time of Noah, and it was their wickedness that led to the great flood. In today's video, we will discuss the biblical account of giants and try to answer the question, were the giants of the Bible real? Many people are familiar with the story of Goliath. The first mention of giants comes in Genesis chapter 6. The next group of giants mentioned in the Bible are they are first mentioned in Deuteronomy chapter 2, where Moses tells the Israelites that the land they are about to enter is inhabited by giants, the descendants of Anak. The Israelites were afraid to fight against them, but Moses reassured his people, saying that the Lord would give them victory. The Anakim are also mentioned in Numbers chapter 3, where 12 spies were sent out to scout the land of Canaan. When they returned, they told the Israelites that the land was indeed flowing with milk and honey, but it was also inhabited by giants, the descendants of Anak, who were so tall that the Israelites seemed like grasshoppers in comparison. Again, the Israelites became afraid and discouraged, but Joshua and Caleb tried to convince them that God was on their side, and that nothing would stand in the way of their victory. Another group of giants mentioned in the Bible is the Rephaim, who are described as being tall and hairy. Now, there are 2 possible ways to interpret these accounts. So the question remains, were the giants of the Bible real? The answer may never be known for sure. Thank you for watching.